Hey guys, it's Mrs. Hayes. All right, so for writing this week and next week, you have a project that I want you to work on, and you've got 2 weeks to finish it, so just work at a pace that feels right for you. But we are going to be creating biographies on famous Oklahomans. And in social studies with Mrs. Power, you are going to be talking about famous Oklahomans as well. But I just kind of want to give you a quick little outline and then show you some examples of what you could do for a biography. So first of all, what I want you to do is I want you to research and find a famous Oklahoman that you are interested in. It can be someone who is currently active in our Oklahoma community. It can be somebody from the past. Just make sure that it's someone that is considered famous, that a lot of us maybe have heard of, or we can definitely research if we want to go pop that name into Google and find out about that person. It can be somebody that you have a connection to, somebody that your family has a connection to, but you're going to pick someone who you are interested in. So for this project, you can write a biography, you can fill out a research paper, you can create, which I'll send some templates if you want some ideas, or you can do something as simple as creating a PowerPoint, like with Google Slides. You can create a video and upload the video to send it in to your homeroom teacher or to me. And if you send it to your homeroom teacher, then they can always forward that video to me so that I can see it. You can create a poster and take a picture of the poster. Really, it's what you want to do. So I'm just going to show you some examples that my boys did when they were in 3rd grade. And when they were in 3rd grade, they had a big display in the cafeteria. So they did theirs on posters. And that was before the time when people got more digital. So if you want to go the more digital route and create something on Google Slides, you're more than welcome to do that, or you can create a video, just whatever you want to do. So let me show you what they did. All right, when Troy was in 3rd grade, and you know what, I'm actually gonna, he's in the living room, I'm gonna make him come over here and say hi. So Troy, you get to come over and say hi in a minute. So when Troy was in 3rd grade, he researched Gary England. And hopefully you can see this poster, but Gary England, many of you may know about him. He is a famous weatherman, and he created a poster about Gary England. And I'll be able to take pictures and put this on there, but he has an autographed picture of Gary England just because Troy knew someone who worked with him at News 9. So it's pretty cool. It says to Troy. And then over here, Troy made a list of all of the awards that Gary England had won. He has a quote, "Stay with News 9, I'll keep you advised." That's a great quote from Gary England. He talked about how Gary England impacted Oklahoma. Here's a picture of a tornado. Here's another great quote from Gary England. "Jump back, throw me down, Loretta. It's Friday night in the big town." Your parents may laugh. They'll probably remember that. And then Troy wrote a 3-paragraph paper about Gary England. And then down here at the bottom is a timeline of Gary England's life. So this was what he did when he was in 3rd grade. He was supposed to create a poster. Troy, come on over and say hi to the kids.
Hi.
So that's Troy. He's 15 now. But he did this when he was in 3rd grade. He's in high school. And then when Colton was in 3rd grade, he also was asked to do a poster. So this is his poster. And it's really big. But this is his Will Rogers poster. And we actually took a family trip up to the Will Rogers Museum when he was researching this. And so we have a lot of pictures of Will Rogers' actual house. This is an actual photo that we took. We were there and we got to tour that. And here is Colton at the museum. And his teacher wanted him to use a trifold poster, so that's why it is so big. But on he's got personal details, when Will Rogers was born, what it was like when he was growing up. He has quotes by Will Rogers. This is pretty big. He also has the impact that Will Rogers had on Oklahoma and the country, and then the highlights of Will Rogers' life. And if you don't pick Will Rogers, I highly suggest at some point in your life researching him and learning more about him. And once everything opens back up in our state, if you have not been up north, I think it took us about 3 hours to get there. If you have not been up to the museum, I highly recommend it. It was great. We had a really good time and we learned a lot. It was beautiful land. So what I want you to do is I want you to pick a famous Oklahoman. And I know that up in my class, we have researched a lot of famous people. So these are going to be just someone who was born in Oklahoma. And we did some activities, way back in September with famous Oklahomans. So if you remember that, we're just going to go more in depth. But I don't want you to think that you have to make a poster like this. It can, like I said, it can be a simple Google slide that you want to create. I would like for you to have the person's name listed. I would like for you to have a famous quote. I want to know why they're famous, the impact that they had on our community of Oklahoma. Maybe they're still having an impact on Oklahoma if you pick someone that is still current and doing things right now. I would love to know maybe why you chose this person. For example, if you chose a famous sports player from Oklahoma, is that because you are really interested in that sport? So I will set up or type up the guidelines for this writing activity, and it doesn't have to be literal writing. You can type it. You can also do an oral writing activity and give a speech. And I know that up in my launcher, I've had all the kids up there practice speech giving skills. And so you are familiar with that. And then I'm going to give you 2 weeks to do this, so you have time. And once I have them all, I'm going to compile them in one area so that I can show that to everybody so that you guys can learn about other people that are famous in Oklahoma. And it's okay if you pick someone that somebody else picks, no big deal. But I cannot wait to see who you pick for your famous Oklahoman biography research activity. All right, I'll look forward to seeing your results. Bye.